Hello, good evening all. I hope you have done exam very well. So today we have collected some questions based on the memory. So some of questions we have. So I'll start with the TOC, then I'll take CD. So hope every one of you have given the exam very well. The question paper was moderate, okay, not tough. We can say moderate, and especially TOC questions and CD questions are easy. Almost we have done all the questions, similar questions in the class. Okay, let us start with TOC. Match the following. Actually, this data we have collected may not exact, but I will try to match this according the whichever is more convenient and whichever more possible. Okay, see here. List 1 and list 2 given, these are the languages and these are the operations. CFL closed under union, not closed under complement, and closed under intersection. All these are correct. And recursive language is closed under complement, regular language is closed under complement. So we cannot match this 2 and 3 with B. So here the best one I will do this. CFLs are not closed under complement. DCFLs are closed, but CFL is not closed. And coming to recursive language and regular language, both are closed under union and both are closed under intersection. You can give any one, but we don't have the exact data. As per the whatever the data we have collected, I am giving the solution here. So recursive language, you can make this 2 with A, or you can make this one. Okay, that we can give the exact solution if we have the perfect question. Okay, so recursive language is closed under, if I go like this, then regular language is closed under union, or you can give this and this also, both are closed under union and intersection. Okay, we'll go to next one. Let G1 and G2 are context free grammars and R is a regular language, then which of the following is decidable? Okay, is L of G1 equal to 5? The emptiness of context free language, emptiness of context free grammar is decidable. So it is decidable. It is decidable. Next, emptiness of regular language, it is also decidable. Next, is L of G1 intersection L of G2 equal to 5? Means disjointness of context free languages, it is undecidable. This is direct question. Whatever the question, the properties we have given in the class, we have seen in the class, based on that you can answer this question easily. So the disjointness of two context free language is undecidable. Okay. Next, here is L of G1 equal to L of G2. Equivalence. Equivalence of context free languages. L of G1 is what? The language produced by or generated by the grammar. Context free grammar is context free language. Equivalence of context free language is undecidable. If it is DCFL, then it is decidable. So here it is also here equivalence of context free languages is undecidable. So if it is MSQ, then answer will be A and B. If it is given as MCQ, then definitely one of the answer must be undecidable. So as per the data here, this A and B both are correct if it is MSQ. If it is MCQ, definitely one of A and B will be undecidable, but that option will be a different option. Okay, chalo, we'll go to next question. Next, which of the following is accepted by DPDA? Direct question. By looking at all these, whatever we have seen till now, by looking at the question within seconds, you can answer the all these questions. So which of the following is accepted? DPDA. DPDA accepts what? DPDA accepts DCFL. It won't accept any CFL or recursive or regular language. So here which of the following is accepted by DPDA? CFL is accepted by NPDA. This is not the answer. Decidable languages, which are nothing but recursive languages. So DPDA cannot accept recursive language. Language accepted by NPDA. NPDA accepts what? CFL. So every CFL cannot be DCFL. Na? So the DPDA cannot accept CFL. This is also not correct. Then what? Regular. A regular language is accepted by finite automata. Whatever finite automata accept also accepted by DPDA. So every regular is also DCFL. So every regular language is accepted by DPDA. So here, even though DCFL is not given, every regular is DCFL. Na? So among the options, this is the best one, regular. Okay. Next. So that's all we have the question from TOC. Now we'll go to CD. So this is the memory based grammar. So this is the grammar given. Which of the following is true? Given LLR, CLR, SLR, none of these. Okay. Now we'll see. So this is the grammar. This is the grammar. So I will check for SLR of 1 or not, because SLR of 1 easy. If it is not SLR of 1, if it is SLR of 1, and one more thing, if it is MSQ, that is different. If it is MCQ, then I will check for SLR of 1. If it is SLR of 1, every SLR of 1 is also LLR of 1, and every LLR of 1 also CLR of 1. So among these ABC, all three are correct if it is MSQ. But if it is MCQ, you have to go for SLR. If it is not SLR, then check for LLR. If it is not LLR, check for CLR. If it is not CLR, then go for none option. So let me check first this SLR of 1. So S dash derives dot S dot after S add every production BDC, BD, BAC, then S derives ABC, then after dot A na, so we have to add every portion of this one. So this is now here this is single, on D it is single, on A also single. If you go for all these, here shift symbol is B, 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 all these shift symbols are B. So all these will go to the same state. If you go for go to on B, so this will be B dot DC, and this will be B dot D, and B dot AC dot of A. So its production A derives dot D. So close this. Now to get any conflict, we must have minimum 2 items. In that, one is final item in which dot is the end, and the other one is a shift symbol terminal, or another one more final item. 2 items, one of them must be final item, and next one is either final item or shift symbol terminal. So here no final item, then we will go for this on A it is single, on D on D. If you go for this is D, this is also D, and this is also D. All these three will go to same. S derives BD dot C, then S derives BD dot, and A derives D dot, because here shift symbol D, shift the dot, shift the dot, shift the dot. Here we have 2 final items and 1 shift symbol terminal. Then 2 final items, follow of S and follow of A. So follow of S, S is nowhere on the right side, follow of S is dollar, and follow of A, what is follow of A here? Follow of A is C, and here it is B. So B and C, and follow of S dollar, no intersection. Then we will check for this one. Here it is C na? So C. So shift symbol C intersection follow of A. What is follow of A here? Where is A on the right hand side of the this productions? Here and here. So here follow of A is C, and here it is B. So B comma C. What is the intersection? What is the intersection of these two sets? It is C. So means not equal to 5. Means what? There is a shift symbol terminal and final item implies shift reduce conflict. Whenever shift reduce conflict is there, it is not SLR of 1. It is not SLR of 1. So we cannot go for this option. We cannot go for this option. Then we will go for LR of 1 items, checking for LLR of 1 and CLR of 1. So this is S dash derives, easy question. Easy question, only thing is little bit takes time and you have to do it carefully without doing any silly mistake. S dash zero dot S comma dollar and all the S productions. What are the S productions here? BDC, BD, BDC, BD and BAC, BAC and one more portion of S, that is ABC. So let me check once. So BDC, BDC, BD, BAC, BDC, BD, BAC and one more is ABC, ABC. Okay. So here what will be the look ahead after dot S after nothing. So we will copy this look ahead here, dollar and dollar and dollar. Now dot after A, so add every portion of A. A has only one production, A dash dot D, and A after what is this here? B. What is first of B? B only. Now we will close this. Now if we check this one here on a single, to get the conflict, any state must have minimum 2 items, minimum 2 items. So we can go for on B, on these three. On A it is single, on A it is single, on D it is single. So single production never contains any state having single item. Any state having single item, you never get any conflict. So to get the conflict, minimum 2 items has to be there. So if I go to on these three, here shift symbol B, 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 na? So S derives B dot DC comma dollar and this one also B dot D comma dollar and this one S derives B dot AC comma dollar. Just shift the dot B dot DC, B dot D, B dot AC. If you see this one, dot after A, add every portion of A. A has only one portion which is D and A after C. It's so A after C. So first of C is C. Here look at will be C. Now close this. So to get the conflict, minimum one final item. There is no final item. Then we will go for expanding go to on D. If you write the go to on D, here go to on D. This is here D, shift symbol D, shift symbol D, shift symbol here also D. Here coming to A, on A capital A it is single and after that on C is single item, any state having single item you just don't consider, just you leave it, ignore it. So to get the conflict, minimum 2 items has to be there, na? So if I go for this one, S derives BD dot C, so on D, BD dot C, here on D, S derives BD dot dollar, yes, we have the final item here. And what over this one, A derives D dot C, okay. So let me check, this is D and this is also D, okay, on B, B dot DC, B dot D and B dot AC. After dot A, I add its production. Dot after A, its production, A dash dot D, and A after C, that is the reason it is. Now for these three, what is D? BD dot C, BD dot comma dollar, then A dash D dot C. So here in CLR of 1 and in LR of 1 items, to get the conflict, we must have one final item, yes, one final item and one shift symbol terminal. Final item look ahead, if it is matching with any of the shift symbol terminal. Are you following? So here final item, its look ahead is C and shift symbol is terminal and look ahead both are matched, implies what? Shift reduce conflict. So implies what? Not CLR of 1. If it is not CLR of 1, it cannot be LR of 1 also. Okay, so guys, if you got the answer in your exam as a CLR of 1 or LLR of 1, don't worry, because the data we have collected may not be exact same. If you have anybody got the answer in your exam as LLR or CLR or SLR, so don't worry, because if you get the answer as LLR, CLR, SLR, definitely this data will be a different one. But as per my data, whatever I have here, I got it as not a SLR one, not a LLR one, not a CLR one, then answer will be none. Okay, so easy question, only thing is it takes little bit time. Okay, that's all. We have these questions. Now another faculty will come and Bala sir will take now. Okay, thank you.
Hello students, hi everyone. I hope you have done best in the exam. I am here with the computer organization and architecture question based on students memory, right? So let us see the COA questions. The first question from the cache memory design. So in the question, two level cache organization given. So you know that whenever cache is given, we are using the memory hierarchical formula. So hit ratios 90% and 80% given, and access times 1 nanosecond and 10 nanoseconds given respectively. Main memory access time 100 nanoseconds given. We need to find out memory access time, average memory access time. Okay, so hierarchical memory organization, T average formula H1 into T1 plus 1 minus H1 into H2 into T2 plus T1 plus 1 minus H1 into 1 minus H2 into H3 into T3 plus T2 plus T1. This is the hierarchical organization formula, right? Now substitute the data. 0.9 into 1 nanosecond plus 1 minus 0.9 into 0.8 into 10 plus 1 plus 1 minus 0.9, 1 minus 0.8 into 1 into 100 plus 10 plus 1. Okay, so when you simplify this, final answer is 4 nanosecond. So directly we calculate the average memory access time by using the memory hierarchical formula. So this question answer 4 nanoseconds. All right. Now next question. This is the question from the pipelining topic. Okay. So we have done so many questions in the regular class notes related to the pipeline. Okay. So directly execution time question, right? According to the question, what is given here is 5 stage pipeline given and respective delays given. So this is a non-uniform delay pipeline. Okay, buffer delay also mentioned in the question. Buffer delay 10 nanoseconds given, right? So we need to calculate execution time of 1000 instructions. Okay, how much time is required to complete 1000 instructions? That too, we need to report execution time in microseconds. Okay, so here given values k is equal to 5, cycle time is equal to maximum of stage delay plus buffer delay. Okay, so when you see the given data, this TP value become what? There is a buffer used between the stages, there is no buffer at the end of last stage. So when you use this formula, direct TP value 260 nanosecond, n is equal to 1000. 1000 is nothing but finite value. When it is finite value, directly we can use the formula execution time equal to k plus n minus 1 into TP, correct? So k 5, n 1000 minus 1 into 260 nanoseconds. Okay, when you simplify this become 261.04 microseconds. Okay students, 261.04 microsecond is the answer, right? Next, this is another question based on the students memory, right? Memory based question, students given this question also. Question belongs to the ISA machines, that is instruction set architecture. This is ISA, instruction set architecture. As far as instruction set architecture is concerned, what kind of components are described in the architecture of a computer, right? So when we see the given options, in every architecture compulsory number of registers are described. How many registers are included in the system, that depends on the architecture. Next, clock cycle time or clock frequency of a CPU. Okay, CPU clock frequency is also described in the architecture. Okay, then number of cache levels and cache size, these two, how many cache levels are there and what will be the cache memory size in the system, those are not comes under the architecture. As a architecture is concerned, we are taking the processor and main memory, okay, and bus design and different IO communication. Okay, just physical components present in the system described in the architecture. So this cache memory description coming into the organization to synchronize the speed gap between CPU and main memory. Okay, so that's what with respect to the ISA, instruction set architecture. Okay, first two elements are described. So directly you can say answer as A and B. These two elements are described in the architecture of a computer. Okay, so cache memory is not comes under the architecture part. Okay, all right. Next question in the computer organization and architecture is from the cache memory. Okay, so given data is consider cache index of 12 bits and 4-bit tag. We need to find out main memory and cache memory size in KB. Unit is KB. Okay, all right. So here cache memory address is called as the cache address is named as cache index. Okay, cache memory address is named as cache index. Okay, already given here 12 bits. Therefore, cache memory capacity is equal to 2 to the power of cache index size, cache index cells. So this is 2 power 12 cells, that become 4 kilo cells. By default here cell size is 1 byte, this become 4 KB. Okay, now come to the main memory. Main memory size is equal to the 2 to the power of physical address cells. Okay, so when we have the cache memory index and tag space in the line, together is the physical memory or physical address, or we can say main memory address. So 2 to the power of 12 plus 4 cells, this become 2 power 16 cells. So that becomes 64 kilo cells. By default cell size is 1 byte, so this becomes 64 KB. Okay students, so main memory capacity is 64 KB and cache memory capacity is 4 KB. Alright, so as of now these are the questions we received from the students end. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to post-gate session of computer science. So now we are going to discuss related to algorithm and DBMS questions. So how was the exam? Can you please reply? Post your comment, how was the exam? I am waiting for your reply. Please post your comments. Not much questions received from the algorithm and DBMS. Okay, so whichever the questions I received based on the data which I received, I am explaining. And see this question. So how many comparisons required to find the element which is not the maximum for a given array of n distinct elements? So given array of n distinct elements, so we need to find the element which is not the maximum. So post your question. Similar model question also given before. It's one of the similar question related to the PYQ. So almost every time while we take the algorithm, max min algorithm of the divide and conquer, every time we use it to discuss all these related questions. It's direct classroom model question, right? So we need to retrieve any element which is okay. So not maximum. So to retrieve any element which is not maximum from array of n distinct elements, from array of n distinct elements. So simply we need to compare two elements. If we compare two elements, so for example a of 1 is less than a of 2, a of 1 less than a of 2. Okay, if true, then a of 1 is not max, one of the not maximum element. If false, okay, so a of 2 is one of the not maximum element. So one comparison is sufficient. So answer to this question is 1. Yes, we did this question in the class also, but this procedure works only if the list is distinct elements, right? So next, one more question. See this question. How many number of nodes in tree T is a tree, okay, that exactly two children's, okay, we need to find the number of nodes of the two children's, okay, we need to find number of nodes of exactly two children's, okay, with the tree of n nodes, with the tree of n nodes. One condition is forgot to write. So each node either 0 or 2 childs, each node either 0 or 2 childs. So whenever this kind of question is given, so always the same format, whatever he has given take one column, and whatever he asked to find and take other column, and just take some sample tree. So for example, so tree with one node, okay, if you take tree with one node, okay, so the number of nodes is 1, number of nodes of degree 2 is 0, okay. So other possible example, so if we add, we should add 2 childs to this. Now the number of nodes are becomes 3, number of nodes of degree 2 is become 1. The other example, if we add, okay, we should add 2 more childs to any of the node. So you know number of nodes are become 5 and number of nodes of degree 2 is become 2, 2 nodes of degree 2. Just substitute in the options for this given n. So which of the option is true? So n equal to 1, 1 minus 1 by 2, okay, 0, n equal to 2, 2 minus 1 by 2, 1. If n equal to 5, 5 minus 1 by 2 is 2. So it is satisfying for all the like a proof by induction. Okay, so that means number of, if n total n nodes are there, if total n nodes are there, degree 2 nodes are n minus 1 by 2, right. Instructions covered, right. So this similar model questions also we done. Okay, 10 questions I gave, 10 questions I gave with the exact similar model. Okay, so we done lot of practice related to the exact same model questions in class, right. So next question, what is time complexity to find peak element in array of n elements? We need to find the peak element in array of n elements with elements are increasing order and followed by elements in decreasing order. So this kind of array. So elements are increasing order and followed by the decreasing order. So if you consider this is the array of, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 elements. So the elements are increasing order. Let us say 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18 followed by the decreasing order. So 12, 8, 7 and so on. So we need to find this peak element. So what is time complexity required for this? This question also exactly done in the class. So one of the binary search application, best case is constant. So best case is constant and worst average case is order of log n. So one of the binary search application. So exact same question we done in the class. So roughly I am written algorithm related to this. Okay. So for example, the peak element, middle, low equal to 1 and high equal to last element, index of the last element. So we compute the middle. Okay, we compute the middle, it means low plus high by 2, mid m equal to low plus high by 2. Okay, so see, if the mid element is greater than the previous and next element, then that element itself is the peak element. Okay, so assume this, if this is the mid, if greater than the previous element as well as next element, that itself is the peak element. For example, if mid element is so greater than the next element and smaller than the previous element, okay, that means the list is still it is in decreasing order. Still it is in decreasing order means peak element is okay. So list is still list is in the decreasing order. List is in the decreasing order means peak element in the left side. That way upper bound reduced to mid minus 1. So if mid minus 1, mid and mid plus 1 is ascending order. Okay, that means mid is greater than mid minus 1 element and mid plus 1 element greater than mid element. That means the list is still ascending order. Peak is in the left side of the mid, lower bound is increased. So in this way, order of log n time required to find the peak element of this. Okay, right. So I think in this paper they asked about the time complexity to find the element. Okay, so as I received the data, time complexity to find the element means what that element. Okay, that element means end of the ascending order or beginning of the descending order. Okay, end of the ascending order or beginning of the descending order is the probability. Okay, they may not use the term. Okay, they may not use the term peak. Okay, so but something similar to this they should ask. Okay, so exact terminology may be slightly different. Whatever the question I received from memory based from the student side, I just written this. Okay, they may not use the exact terminology, but something similar to this should be there in the question. Okay, so binary search application, we use the binary search application. So linear search can be done order of n time, binary search is more efficient, right. So this is the one other question, and so one of the question from normalization. one of the question from normalization. Whatever data I received, I am just explaining based on this data. So 5 attributes A, B, C, D, E, 5 attributes of the relation R1 and R2, 2 relations are given. So R1 is one relation FDs and R2 one relation FDs are given. Then which one is correct? Okay. So R1 is in 3NF, R2 not in 3NF, R2 not in 3NF, R2 not in 3NF, like that 4 options given MSQ question. So please reply answer to this one. Please reply answer to this one. Just find the candidate keys of this. Okay, just find the candidate keys. So see, D determines E and EA determines B. So it means if you take the AD closure, if you take AD closure, so AD closure determines AD, E, okay, AE determines B and EB determines C. So AD closure determines all attributes, A closure and D closure not determines all attributes. Okay. So this AD is the candidate key and no other candidate keys in the relation. Only one candidate key in this relation, because prime attribute, okay, not determines by any other attribute. Prime attribute not determines by any other attribute. So no more candidate key. So D is a proper subset of candidate key and determines E is partial dependency. So it is not in 2NF. Okay, so this first relation not in 2NF, 1NF but not in 2NF. Okay, now this is the second one. So C determines A determines B determines D, and E is one other attribute. So if these are the attributes, this is the FD. So that means candidate key should be CE. So candidate key should be CE. So C determines C, CE, A, B and D, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, all 5 attribute determines by CE. CE is, okay, minimal super key or a candidate key, and CRE not determines, okay, prime attribute not determines by any other attribute, no more other candidate key also, only one candidate key in this relation. So here also proper subset of candidate key determining non-prime. Okay, so partial dependencies is there. So here the second relation also 1NF but not 2NF. 1NF but not in 2NF. So according to this data, so R2, R1 not in 3NF and R2 also not in 3NF, right? R2 over ABCD, okay, R2 over ABCD. If R2 over ABCD only, then R2 is in also not, still not in 3NF. Okay, if R2 over ABCD only, so for example this R2 relation still over ABCD only, okay, then also if these are the FDs, A determines the B and B determines the D and C determines the A. Now only C become candidate key. So still it is not going to be satisfy the third normal form, 2NF but not 3NF now. No partial dependencies, 2NF but not 3NF. So still it is not 3NF is the correct answer if this is the data, right? R1 in 3NF. Okay. So whatever data I received, based on that I was explaining. So if this is the relation, okay, so means even if only if you consider A, B, C, D, E, C become candidate key because C determines A determines B determines D, and so the prime attribute not determines by any other attribute according to this FD set. Now it is 2NF but still not 3NF, right? So maybe R1, they are saying some comment section saying R1 in 3NF, maybe FD set is different. Okay, so maybe FD set is different. No need to panic. Okay, so whatever data I received, I was just explaining. So biotonic array question done. Yes, okay, that array question bind search is applied for that, right? So these are the few questions I received. So once we receive the remaining questions, we will write the proper solutions and upload in the madeeasy website. So please visit madeeasy website for download the PDF of memory based questions. So hope for best and hope you all doing great. If any help related to the 2026 GATE examination or post GATE counseling or any other examination, okay, so feel free to ask to any of the madeeasy faculty team, so either in Telegram or to the personal numbers. Okay, so thank you all. The next Sagar sir coming for maths, Sagar sir and maths and discrete math session. So thank you all.
हेलो बच्चों, चलो हम लोग देखेंगे अब इंजीनियरिंग मैथमेटिक्स एंड एप्टीट्यूड एंड फॉर दैट वी आर हैविंग स्पीकर सर एंड मी. So let's start with engineering mathematics sir first. So this is a very simple question from the linear algebra. They have given one matrix and they are looking for e to the power 8. So हमें e to the power 8 कैसे मिलेगा? सिंपल है. देखो जब भी ऐसे क्वेश्चन हो तो या तो हम लोग कैल्हे मिल्टन थ्योरम यूज करते हैं, बट मुझे लगता है इस क्वेश्चन में इतनी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं थी. मैंने बोला सबसे पहले आप ए स्क्वायर निकालो और इन जनरल ए स्क्वायर निकाल के हमेशा चेक करना चाहिए कि ऐसा तो नहीं कि मैट्रिक्स जो हमारा बन रहा हो वो एक डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स हो तो डायरेक्टली पावर निकालना आसान हो जाएगा. अगर ए स्क्वायर निकालना है 1 2 2 और -1 हमारे पास है, इनको मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए. देखो क्या आ जा रहा है हमारे पास, इट इज 5 0 0 एंड 5 सिंपली. तो ए स्क्वायर अगर हमारा ये है देन वी आर लुकिंग फॉर ए टू द पावर 8. तो ए टू द पावर 8 को हम लोग लिख सकते हैं ए स्क्वायर होल टू द पावर 4. इट मीन्स वी आर लुकिंग फॉर 5 0 0 5 whole to the power 4. and since it is a diagonal matrix, directly diagonal का क्या हो जाएगा, पावर हो जाएगा. it is 5 to the power 4 है ना, 0 0 and 5 to the power 4. so basically the answer is 625 0 0 and 625. this is the answer for this question. The first question is this. Second question is a question from calculus and simple question and they are looking for the integration from 1 to. दो हमारे पास इस क्वेश्चन में क्या दिया है, एक इंटीग्रेशन का मुझसे पूछा गया है x का वैल्यू क्या होगा 1 से लेके x है ना, और क्या दिया है t ln t है ना इंटू डी टी एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू क्या दिया है 1/4. मैं सजेस्ट करूंगा इसमें डायरेक्ट लगा दो इंटीग्रेशन बाय पार्ट्स. टेक दिस एज अ फर्स्ट फंक्शन एंड दिस एज अ सेकंड फंक्शन. इंटीग्रेशन बाय पार्ट लगाएंगे फर्स्ट फंक्शन ln t इंटू इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ सेकंड फंक्शन दैट इज t²/2 माइनस क्या आ जाएगा इंटीग्रेशन साइन डेरिवेटिव ऑफ फर्स्ट फंक्शन दैट इज 1/t इंटू इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ सेकंड फंक्शन दैट इज t² इंटू dt. क्या आ जाएगा ये हमारे पास, दिस इज ln t इंटू t² माइनस इंटीग्रेशन साइन एक t से t कैंसिल क्या आ जाएगा t/2 इंटू dt. एक बार और इंटीग्रेट कर देते हैं इसको ln t इंटू t² माइनस ये हो जाएगा t²/4 राइट. लिमिट हमें लगाना है कहां से कहां तक 1 से लेके x एंड दैट इज गिवन एज 1/4। इसको जरा सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं। देखो x पे वैल्यू क्या आ जाएगा हमारे पास, इट इज ln x इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर बाई 2 माइनस x टू द पावर x स्क्वायर बाई 4, राइट, माइनस 1 पर वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा, ln 1 का वैल्यू 0 और 1 पे यहाँ वैल्यू कितना हो जाएगा -1/4 एंड दैट इज गिवन एज 1/4। तो ये हमारे पास हो जाएगा ln x इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर बाई 2 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर बाई 4 प्लस 1/4 इज इक्वल टू 1/4। सो 1/4 से 1/4 कैंसिल, यहां से आ जाएगा ln x इज इक्वल टू, दो यहां से ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा और हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा, ये 1/2 है ना सिंपली। तो x का वैल्यू हमारे पास क्या हो जाएगा, e to the power 1/2 and that is equal to root of e and this is the answer for this question. There is no need to substitution, हमें जरूरत नहीं सब्स्टिट्यूट करने का, डायरेक्ट लगा दिया इंटीग्रेशन बाय पार्ट्स and simply we are getting the answer as x equal to root over e, right? So this is a very simple question and the according to this the answer is option B. And next question will be discussed by your colleagues. Shikhar sir, go with the next question.
Yeah, dear students, I think all the maths questions were easy. Yes, dear students. So here you can see this, there is some square matrix is given P and it is written as LU using LU decomposition. So according to LU decomposition, so there are some options are given. So we have to choose the right option, correct options. And in the first option is given that actually we don't have that C and D options, we had only A and B based on the memory we have taken, but even I can discuss about the other options which are possible. I don't know exactly what they are, but we can discuss of this. So if P is a singular matrix, then only one of these, see this, then only one of the diagonal element of L or it is or U is 0. Now dear students, logic ये if then है कि conditional statement है, so conditional statement आप logic apply करना है और logic apply करके भी answer दे सकते हैं. So यहाँ पर क्या है, तो if P is a singular matrix then it must, so this is a necessary one, right or not, it must happen. So अगर okay, first option के बारे में discuss करते हैं. अगर mod P is equal to 0, P is a singular matrix means mod P is equal to 0. So mod P is equal to 0 means by using LU decomposition we can write mod LU is equal to 0. So that means either mod L, so this you can write mod L into mod U is equal to 0. So this implies that the mod L is equal to 0 or mod U is equal to 0. Mod U is equal to 0. So these are the options we have beta. Okay. Someone is saying some noise is coming. Acha, one more, okay, let me tell you about these cases. So mod L is equal to 0, mod U is equal to 0, or means here see that or hai na, right. Agar mod L, see you know that this is L is nothing but a triangular matrix and U is also a triangular matrix. So the determinant of the triangular matrix is the product of the diagonal elements. So product of the diagonal element is to be 0 means at least one of the diagonal element must be 0 either in L or U, right. So therefore, so the compulsory event is what? Only one of the eigenvalue. Then only you can say that if P is the singular matrix, then one of the diagonal element of L or U is 0. So it is a true statement or not? Yes, it is true conditional statement. And second one, if P inverse exists, that means if it is a non-singular matrix here, then L and U both must be invertible. So whether this both L and U are invertible or not, let's check it out. So if I discuss about this, P inverse exists means mod P, that is mod LU is not equal to 0. This implies that the mod L into mod U is not equal to 0. This implies that the mod L is not equal to 0 and as well as it is and, my dear students, it is and, okay. So both not equal to 0. दोनों कंपल्सरी नॉट इक्वल टू 0 होना चाहिए. If both are non-zero determinant, so that means here both inverse exist, so must be invertible. So L inverse exist and U inverse exist, है ना? So some of the people are giving some options, so let me look at that also. So this is another one, this is also true, this is also true. Somebody is saying option C. Option C इसमें देखो बेटा, the structure of L and U is given in the question. अच्छा, structure भी दिया है, ठीक है. Aman Verma is saying that from outside, sir, these are the two options. Okay, and in next question, L and U were non-singular matrix. Okay, so one of the option was like this here. Agar if P is if P inverse exists, then L or U, okay, is invertible. अगर L और U is invertible, अगर L और U is invertible बोलते हैं तो वो गलत है, because this is need not be always true, right? This is false for some time. Okay, so therefore the conditional statement will fail in that case. So therefore that kind of statement were wrong if it is given there, right or not? And somebody is writing that Bunia Jignasa. Another option is first we solve Ly is equal to Q and something like this. अच्छा, okay. और था सर, yes सागर R था, R इसलिए है कि थर्ड ऑप्शन में R था ना, for not inverse. So for if P inverse, अगर if I write like this, option C is if P inverse exists, then L or U must be invertible. If this is the case is given, this is a false statement, my dear. This is true, this is true. Because when you say it is not equal to 0, both must be non-zero determinant. So therefore here this is statement is L or U is wrong. L or U is wrong. ठीक है? तो ये है L or U must be invertible here. If P inverse exists, then L or U must be invertible, he said. Either L is invertible or U is invertible. ये कहना गलत है बेटा, क्योंकि अगर L invertible है तो इसका मीनिंग है कि when this is inverse, if this P inverse exists, so that means definitely this should not be is equal to 0. So if I say L or U must be invertible, so there is some kind of framing is there. So let us see this one. Okay, so one more thing is there in this one. Yes, अगर इसको एक सिस्टम ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशन सॉल्व करते हैं कि सपोज P, let me write this, Px is equal to y, something is given like this. Okay, so then P is given as Lux. So let me write this one as Px is equal to B, Lux is equal to B. Now because P can be written as Lu. Now how to solve this system? This is a linear system. This is a linear system बेटा. ये linear system को कैसे solve करना है? Let us suppose that Ux is equal to y, then this system will give you, the system implies Ly is equal to B. So now, so once you solve, we get y, and that you have to substitute in Ux is equal to y. So then you will be getting the solution x here. So this is the process of this solving of the linear system of equation when this coefficient matrix is the written as a product of lower triangular and upper triangular matrix. Okay, so ये ऐसा है बेटा. So अगर ऐसा options होता है तो ये भी सही है, ठीक है? This is also true. So just we are discussing based on the memory only बेटा, right? Next I will move on to the other question. So ये क्वेश्चन देख लो, यहाँ पर भी एक इंजीनियरिंग मैथमेटिक्स क्वेश्चन है, लीनियर अलजेब्रा से ही आया बेटा. So yes, let's discuss about this. See here, he has given this L square is equal to L inverse, M is equal to L power 8, N is equal to L square. He is asking the determinant of M minus N. So determinant of M minus N means, so it is written as L to the power of 8 minus L square. Now L to the power of 8 can be written as what? L square into L square into L square into L square minus L square, right or not? So if that is the case, L square, L square, L square, but here he has given L square is L inverse. So let me put L inverse here. So then it will be like this, then L square. So L square into L inverse is what? L. So therefore this L square can be written as L inverse, and then this becomes L here, and then minus L square. So now it is L into L inverse is I. So if this is I into L square is L square minus L square. So it is a null matrix. So determinant of a null matrix is 0 here. So this is how you are getting the answer for this question as well. So the answer is 0 for this. I think most of you got 0. Yes, beta, very good. Many of the students are giving the answers. Very good, beta, very good. Excellent. So now, based on this memory, so we have this engineering mathematics question. So I will be discussing the discrete math questions as well. Yes, पोसेट वाला था क्वेश्चन है बेटा, प्लीज. ओके, हाउ वाज द पेपर? Right. Okay, let's discuss about this. See, there is one question is given from the logic beta. So that is, the question is a simple question only. He has given the domain of this predicative statement. Suppose P of x is some predicative statement is given, some predicative statement, and the domain is talking about natural numbers. So that means this x belongs to the domain. This x belongs to the domain. So domain is what? Natural numbers. So x belongs to the natural number n here, right? So that is what is the given. So wherever x comes now, you should understand that it is a natural number, like that. Okay. Now suppose if you assume that here, which of the following is true here? Which of the following is true? ये देखना है. Is or true? So let's see this. Or is true. It's an, I think, MCQ. Is it MCQ question? Yes, some easy question also. Yes, moderate to tough. Fine. Okay, fine. So let's discuss about this. Here, अगर समझो बेटा, so ये नहीं है, ये हमारे पास नहीं है. This is not there. You just assume that it is not there. This is not there. Now what about this one? What about this one? If this is the case, what happens to this? See here, f of p of x implies p of x plus 1 here. P of x implies p of x equal to 1. So now, so if p of 0 is true, suppose समझो, okay, let me discuss about like this. Suppose if we assume that here p of 0 is equal to true, p of 0 is equal to true here. So it is true. So now coming to this one here, if p of x is implies p of x plus 1, right? So this implication is true. This implication is true here. So for all x belongs to n, so if I am taking x equal to 1 here, so p of 1 implies p of 2. Suppose it is true. So p of 2 implies p of 3. P of 3 implies P of 4, P of 5, P of 6, P of 7, P of 2, and P of 999 implies P of 1000. P of 1000 here. P of 1000 here. Yes, MCQ only, correct. Yes, beta. P of this one. So P of 1 implies P of 2. Okay. Next, and P of 2 implies P of 1 here. So like that. This one is that. So that when P of 3, then P of 3 implies P of 4, P of 5, P of 5 implies P of 6, and so on. P of 999 implies P of 1000. So if it is the case here, so if it is for all x, it is true. This is true for all the cases of x belongs to n here. So then this is true. Then this is also true or not? This is also true here. Because for every x it is satisfying here. So therefore, so for all x, p of x is also true here. P of x is also true. Every P of x is true. अगर ये true है तो ये भी true है, तो ये true है तो ये true है, ऐसे करके every one is getting true, so that for all x, P of x is getting true here. Now true and true implies true here. But some students are in confusion, sir, 0 is not belongs to the domain, like that. But my dear students, since 0 is not belongs to the domain, that's why he has given specially as P of 0, okay, he is not saying that x equal to 0, okay, he is saying that it is P of 0, is separately defined, that predicative is defined for 0 separately other than the domain here. So that way you have to understand here. But if you see this one, P of 1000 is true, okay, if this is true here, if this is true, P of, so in this one, so suppose if this P of is true here, but अगर मैं 0 से शुरू करता हूँ यहाँ से, so 0, तो अगर ये P of 0 implies ये false हो गया, तो ये भी false होना जरूरी है, तो यह कहीं कहीं false होके अभी ये false और ये true बन गया, तो फिर क्या होगा, यहाँ true बन जाता है, तो एक बार ये P of 100, suppose P of 99, P of 99 implies P of 100 is true, suppose, is true. I said that means this is false and this is true. Then next P of 100 implies P of 101 क्या होना चाहिए, अगर ये true है तो ये भी true होना चाहिए, ये भी true होना चाहिए. So sometimes it is getting false, that P of x is false, but in the same time other time here once this right hand side is P of 100 is getting true somewhere, so then 101, 102, 103 to 999 तक सब क्या होता है, everything is getting false, so everything getting true. So therefore sometimes true sometimes false is not, this for all x P of x is not true for all, okay, this is getting false but this is getting true here, so this is true implies false is not the correct one, okay, right, yes. What, so in the same way here also you see that, so P of 0 include किया है कि P of x implies P of x minus 1, so for all x P of x, same case बेटा ये आपको यहीं पर भी वही केस आ जाएगा, तो क्योंकि P of x implies P of x minus 1 है, ठीक है, तो अगर ये ऐसा है बेटा P of 2 implies P of 1 है, P of 1 है, right or not, so like that. So if this is true, so this is false, then this is also false, so like that. अगर ये false हो गया, अगर ये सामने वाला false हो गया, तो इधर false हो गया, तो next वाला भी coming all those P of x values can be a true value, so therefore this is also getting false here. ये भी false हो सकता है sometimes, right or not, तो ये भी false हो जाएगा. अब यहाँ पर options में, ये options में तो ये बिल्कुल same है, same thing here, it is just P of 1000, तो इसमें भी ये ऑप्शन false है, तो ये भी false है, false और ये false और ये true. So option A is the correct answer for this question, right? Next one is that next Posset lattice question बेटा, Posset lattice question. ये देखो, f is a set of all functions, f is a set of all functions. So f में कौन हो गया, set of all functions like f comma g comma ओके आर कामा एस कामा टी कामा, ऐसे करके बहुत सारा फंक्शंस होता है, बहुत सारा फंक्शंस बिटवीन व्हाट, सो 1 2 3 एंड सो ऑन एन सेट टू हियर ओनली द सेट विथ 0 and 1, set with 0 and 1 here, like this set of all functions. My dear students, this is already defined, already saying that these are all functions, these are all functions. अब यहां पर क्या दिया है कि what is the relation is defined among the elements of this set, among the elements of this set, what is the relation is defined on the among the elements of this set, here it is nothing but less than or equal to. So for all x, for every x f of x less than or equal to g of x, वैसे ही यहां पर मैपिंग चलता है, तो therefore यहां पर देखो बेटा लेस, ये एक f है ना, ये जो g है, these are what, basically they are functions, so functions are nothing but sets, so nothing but these are all nothing but what, sets. तो आपको पता है बेटा, तो sets with you know subset are equal to sets, here it is subset are equal to, so f of x is less than or equal to g of x means, so if this is a set, this is a set, so now here f is a set and g is a set, so then definitely this will become So F is subset or equal to G. So according to this subset or equal to, you know that subset are equal to a poset and subset are equal to a lattice also, because every poset अगर subset are equal to के हिसाब से लिखते हैं कि union is the LUB and intersection is the GLB. Okay, so everyone remember or not, P of S comma subset are equal to is a poset, right or not? And it is also a Boolean algebra. It's also a Boolean algebra, you know that. So according to those concept, you can say that. So this is f of x is less than or equal to g of x जो भी है. So this is defined among the sets here, f, g, r, s, t or something like that. So if this is the case, so sets over this subset are equal to is always a poset, and even less than or equal to is also a poset. You know that. That is the by default partial ordered set. So therefore it is a poset and it is a lattice, but it is not equivalence, it is not symmetric. क्योंकि पहले ये सिमेट्रिक इसीलिए नहीं है कि फॉर एवरी एक्स इफ एफ ऑफ एक्स इज लेस देन आर इक्वल टू जी ऑफ एक्स, सो नाउ फॉर एवरी एक्स यू कैन नॉट से दैट जी ऑफ एक्स इज लेस देन आर इक्वल टू एफ ऑफ एक्स. तो ये फॉल्स है बेटा. सो दिस नेवर हैपेंस. सो सिमेट्रिक नहीं है. ये f रिलेटेड टू g है मगर g रिलेटेड टू f नहीं है. सो देयरफॉर ये सिमेट्रिक नहीं है और एंड ये इक्वलेंस भी नहीं है. सो आंसर इज a comma b here. So based on the memory beta, that's it, and there are some graph theory questions also, so that already sir has discussed in algorithms. So that's it beta, thank you.
वेरी गुड इवनिंग ऑल ऑफ यू. कैसे हैं सब लोग? हाउ वाज योर एग्जाम एंड हाउ वाज द क्वेश्चंस इन द प्रोग्रामिंग एंड डेटा स्ट्रक्चर एंड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम? दोज आर इन द लाइव, यू कैन जस्ट कमेंट. Is audio video clear? Okay. So now we have received some memory based questions okay, from operating system and also programming and data structures. So first I will discuss some questions in the programming and data structure. And how was the paper? You guys can comment. I am waiting for your response. Oh, okay, somebody is saying sir OS was the easiest till now in the gate. Oh, that is really good. But sometimes very easy paper is also not good. Okay, right? Sir, even C questions were very easy. Okay, right. Okay, and somebody is saying sir DSA was too easy. Okay, programming and data structure was too easy. Okay, that is really good. Okay, so I mean based on the data, okay, whatever we received, so many people said that okay, some questions are easy, but overall paper is moderate compared to the morning session. This is what the actual review we received. The morning paper was easy to moderate, but evening paper, okay, it is not easy. Okay, you can say it is moderate to little difficult level, but not easy, right. So, but anyway, coming to our subjects, programming and data structure and operating system, and many people are saying easy. Okay, so let's discuss what are the questions asked. I am having some questions. So, the first question from the programming and data structure. So, you guys can please clarify the question is correct. Okay, question is correct and the data is correct. So, he has given the two functions. Consider the following program: integer, okay, function g, okay, is calling function g code is given, and function f code is given, and integer main, and see here integer sum and okay n. So, you are having two variables and simple for loop is given, and he is calling this function, right. So, n equal to 1, n less than 3. So, it means for loop will execute how many times? 2 times. So, initial value of n. So, I am writing here, okay. So, see here n equal to 1, initial value n equal to 1. So, n less than 3, okay. So, 1 less than 3. So, that is true, you go inside the for loop, and you are saying sum equal to sum plus, okay. See here, sum plus equal to g of f of n. So, first you need to find out f of n, and that value you have to substitute in what? G function, okay, right. So, first find out f of n, okay. So, now tell me what is f of n? F of 1, correct, n value is what? 1. So, when you call f of 1, so f of 1 internally calling what? Returning g of n into 2. Observe here, g of n into 2. So, it means what? N value is 1. So, this is internally calling g of 2, correct, okay, because n value is 1. So, 1 into 2 is 2. Now, when I call g of 2, now tell me g of 2, what is this internally calling? Returning n plus 10. See, remember g of okay 2 is internally calling what? Returning n plus 2. So, n plus 2 means what? This is 12. So, internally f of 1 is returning what? Okay, this is 12. Okay, so now that 12 you need to substitute in what? Okay, g. Okay, so see, observe here, right. So, what is this happening now here? G of, okay, internally it is happening g of 12. So, when I pass g of 12, now tell me what is happening? G of 12, function g, okay, function g if I pass. So, see here, okay, integer n, n plus 10, n plus 10 means what? Okay, this is a 12 plus 10. So, this is returning what? 12 plus 10 is what? 22. So, this is returning 22, and remember that 22 will be added to what? Sum. So, I am writing here, okay. So, see here, initially sum was 0. So, now it is 22, correct. Now, this is in the first iteration, remember. Now, the n value will increment. So, now n value become 2 here. Now, okay, same thing here, okay, 2 less than 3, true, true, so you go inside, and in the function f you are passing n. So, now tell me what is the n value? 2. So, the next time you are going to call f of 2. So, I am writing here, so f of 2, I am writing here. So, f of 2, first f of 2 value जो return करेगा वो g में pass करना है. So, f of 2 means function f here, okay, it is returning what? G of n into 2. N into 2 means what? 2 into 2 is what? 4. So, this is internally calling g of 4, correct. Okay, g of 4, okay, g of 4 means what? It is returning what? N plus 2. So, it is returning what? 14, correct. So, this is returning 14, and that 14 will be substituted in what? Function g. Now, tell me here, indirectly you are calling g of 14. So, g of 14 means in the function g you are passing g of 14. So, 14 plus 10, 14 plus 10 means this is returning what? 24, okay, correct. So, that 24 will be added to what? Sum. See, remember sum value already 22, 22 plus 24, I think that is what here? 46. So, this is the answer, okay. So, remember, so I am writing the answer here, 46 is the right answer. So, you guys can comment, okay, you also got the same answer. Oh, yeah, Priyanka Singh is saying, yeah, 46 is the right answer, yes, sir. So, very good, 46. So, this question, okay, comparatively very easy. So, I mean, unless you take tension, otherwise the question is easy, right. So, the data we received this and answer is a 46. Hope everyone got the same answer. So, next question, this is based on the pointers. Actually, we have done in the class, we have done very difficult questions on the pointers, but this is easy to moderate question only, right. Okay. So, let us have this, you are having integer a, so simple, okay, integer variable, and you are having integer array. So, see here a, r, so you are having 3 elements in the array. So, that is 30, 50 and 10. So let us take the base address is 100. So this is 102 and 104. Okay. And next, so now remember, he is taking some pointer variable, integer pointer ptr. Now tell me, in the ptr what he is storing here? Ampersand a of 0 plus 1. Okay, right. Address of a of 0 plus 1. When you increment a pointer, you know the basic fundamental rule. When you increment a, okay, when you are, see, ampersand a of 0 means what? Address of a of 0. This is a array of 0, 1, 2. So plus 1 करेंगे तो it will point to what? 102. So it is indirectly 100. 100 plus 1. 100 plus 1 means what? 102. Correct. So now understand here, okay, this is 102. So 102 means now it is pointing to this one. Correct. So this line is completed. Now in the variable here you are storing star ptr. Star ptr value at the location 102, that is 50. So a में क्या store कर रहा है? Okay, 50. A में 50 store किया. This line is done. Now star ptr plus plus. See, observe here. Star ptr value at the location ptr. ptr में 102 है. Okay, value at the location ptr is 50. So 50 को plus plus कर रहा है. So indirectly you are incrementing this. So this will become 51. That will become 51. Correct. And next, ptr equal to ptr plus 1. ptr is pointing to 102. If I say plus 1, it will become 104. It will point to the next element, increment by size of the element. So 104 होगा. Now finally what is the answer is asking? Okay, value printf %ld a value is the 50. Star ptr. Now tell me value at the location ptr 104. How much? 10. So that is 10 plus. Okay, ar of 1. Okay, so indirectly, so a of 1 value. So that is 51. So now tell me what is the total of this? So 50 plus 10, 60, 60 plus 51, I think 111. So 111 is answer. And same thing, okay, everyone is giving the right answer. Okay, that's really good. Now remember, so these questions, okay, like easy to moderate. See, when the paper is easy, you require 100% accuracy. If you do simple silly mistake in this kind of questions, automatically the rank will go down. Okay, so that's what generally I say in the class. Okay, right. So right answer is what? 111. Okay, I hope everyone got the same answer and you are giving right answer. Next, and next question is okay, based on the programming and data structures. Okay, data structure question based on the binary search tree. Okay, in a BST, elements are inserted. There are the elements given. Find the number of edges from 19 to root node. So 19 to root node. So just observe here. Okay, so just insert the elements. So the first is what? 10 and minus 4. So it will, okay, smaller element, it will go towards left. So 15 larger, it will go towards right. And 13, okay, so it will go this side, and 20 will go this side, and 5 will go this side. Okay, and 16, okay, I think it will go this side, and last 19, so 19 will go this side. Okay, correct. So I think the data is correct. So somebody can comment as the data was correct. So I am also checking, okay, whatever the data I have. So I think this is the data I am having. Okay, so is asking find number of edges from 19 to root node. 19 to root node number of edges. See, this is 1, okay, 2, 3 and 4. So I think answer should be 4. Answer is 4. Okay, all of you got the same? Right. So the right answer is what? 4. In case if the data is exactly same, the answer is definitely 4. Okay. So in case if the okay, if you are having different data, so then that's a different case, because they are the questions based on the memory based, right? Okay, fine. So let's see the next question. Okay. So this is again the pointers. Actually, the similar kind of questions, string copy function. Generally, I will implement the exactly same code, exactly similar code. I can say, okay, similar code, okay, related string copy function we discussed in the class. Okay, in case if you followed my class and followed my notes. So remember what he is doing in the string copy function. See, okay, first let's take character A array. So character array is given. So A is an array like this. Okay. So observe here. So he is having @ okay, first letter, and next is a hash, and next is what? H, okay, E, L, L, O. Okay, so you are having some string like this. Okay, right? Right. So I am not writing completely. Okay, fine. So this is the base address is 100. Let's take 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. I think you can understand okay easily. Now we are calling, so this is you can say A of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, like this. Now in the string copy function, what you are passing? You are passing A and A plus 2. Now tell me, A means what? Okay, everybody knows, array name without subscript. Array name without subscript contains base address of 0th element. Okay, right? Sir, salute to the student who remembered the data in this question. Yeah, okay, your friend is saying some comment. Okay, fine. So you are passing a base address 100, okay, 1, and A plus 2. A plus 2 means what? 100 plus 2 is what? 102. Correct. So you are passing 100, 100 plus 2. So yes, देखो yes में क्या receive किया? So I write it here. Okay, so I write it here. So yes में receive किया 100 और T में receive किया okay 102, 102. Okay, so while star T indirectly is saying that while okay you receive null, because star T means what? Value at the location 100. T में क्या receive किया? See here, T में क्या है बताओ? 102. Value at the location 102 क्या है बताओ? H. H means वहां पे सच में क्या रहेगा? ASCII value रहेगा. Actually क्या रहेगा? ASCII value. So that ASCII value 0 or non-zero? Obviously non-zero रहेगा. Is that clear? किसका ASCII value 0 रहेगा? Null character का ASCII value 0 रहेगा. Correct? Null character ASCII value is what? 0. Right? So obviously that is non-zero. Non-zero means what? True. True है. So what is this understanding? This is very important line. Remember, this is assignment operator. I clearly say very important line. Assignment operator करता क्या है? ये आपको मालूम होना चाहिए. Many students don't know what is assignment operator. Is that clear? Assignment operator assigns the value and returns assigned value. Please understand that. That is the behavior of the assignment operator. Assignment operator assigns the value and returns assigned value. So first assign करेगा. तो इसका मतलब star t, ये post increment है, वो बाद में देखना है आपको. Star t, value at the location t. Value at the location t में क्या है बताओ? H. ये H कहाँ पे assign होगा? Value at the location 100. So this will change to what? Okay, H. Okay. Afterwards you are returning some value, assigned value return करोगे, but return value से कोई मतलब नहीं है यहाँ पे. And next उसके बाद ये post increment है, तो t will change to 103 and s will change to 101. Correct. Next again you do the same thing. Now star t, while star t, value at the location 103 क्या है बताओ? E. So E is obviously non-zero, right? Okay, E का ASCII value non-zero रहेगा, तो non-zero है तो true है, because all non-zero is a true and 0 is a false. So you go inside. Same value at the location t will be assigned to value at the location yes. Value at the location t, t में क्या है बताओ? 103. 103 में क्या value है? E. So E will be assigned to what? 101. So here this will change to what? Okay, E. ये वाला copy होगा. उसके बाद again it will change to 104 and will change to 102. Now same thing will continue until you find what? Null character ASCII value. Okay, until okay while loop becomes false. Is the point clear? Next what happens? After E is copied, next L copied, next L O, okay, W O R L D. So this will be copied. So finally what is the answer here? Okay, hello world is the answer. Hello world is the answer. So that is the right answer. Okay. So I think you also got the same answers. Okay, very good. So because if you studied the okay pointers concept, I mean I feel okay this is one of the very easy question. This is not at all tough question, right? Okay. So next, so that is about okay coming to the programming and data structure. And one question I received okay from the programming and data structure. So some question is there, but actually we don't have the actual data. Okay. So in case if you remembered, the question is saying he has given the okay some values. Okay, I am talking about the next question. So this next question was okay. So we don't have the proper data, so I am just explaining. X equal to 126, y equal to 105. Some function is given. Some function is given and is saying printf percentage x. Some do while loop is given. Do while loop is given and is having if x greater than y, something is there. So we don't have actual data. But if you observe that program, okay, with the data whatever I am having, that is GCD. Generally GCD find करने का जो program है, so that is what is given. So if you observe, okay, these two values are passed to the function and is asking what is the print value, okay, of the function. Actually GCD and according to this GCD of this will be 21. You can just check. right? So I don't know, okay, is that correct? Yes, I think most of you saying right, answer was 21. Yes sir, excellent. Okay, right, because that function okay was checking for what GCD check kare, so answer is what 21. Okay, right. So these are the questions I am having, okay, from programming and data structure. So in case if you receive any more questions, in case if you remember the data, right. So why not hello world तो दिया है hello world, okay, अगर लास्ट में आपको सेमीकोलन है, सेमीकोलन भी आएगा, okay, right. hello world में somebody is asking sir लास्ट में hello world में वहाँ पे क्या है, right, where is that, अगर वहाँ पे explanatory mark है तो वो भी आएगा obviously, okay, because I'm not sure about the data, so अगर explanatory mark है तो वो भी आएगा, okay, that is fine, okay, ऐसा है क्या, so that is fine, okay, right. So that is about the questions from the okay programming and data structure. So next let's see some questions we have received from operating system. Operating system I have not received much questions, okay, one question is based on the SRTF. So somebody can comment is the data is correct, SRTF is given and is asking average turnaround time, shortest remaining time first. Yeah, somebody saying some paging question is also there, but actual data proper question was not there. So that is the reason we are not able to discuss that question, proper data. So SRTF, this question we can comfortably solve. Actually we solve extensive CPU scheduling, is asking average turnaround time, okay, using SRTF. So you can make the Gantt chart here. So directly I am solving here. See here, time always starts at 0. So at the time 0 only P1 is available, right. So you can check clearly till the time 2, okay, this is the only shortest job, correct, that requires 10, you can execute only one unit, but at the time 1 this is also available, but that is the only shortest, so you can directly execute for till time 2, because till time 2 that is the only shortest, correct. So what is the remaining time of this 8, and next at the time 2 observe here, this is also available, this is also available, this is also available, correct. So now tell me among these three, okay, who is the shortest here? P3 is the shortest. So very clear. So you directly take the P3, correct. So P3 is the okay complete shortest process. So total execute कर सकते हो 6 है. So that is 8. Okay. So now P3 completed total execution. So now present time is what here? 8. Present time 8 है. So by the time 8, all the other process available. Now tell me who is the shortest next, okay, so this is done, right. So next shortest is what, this is 8, 13 and 9, next shortest is P1, so take the P1 that requires 8, so that is 16, okay, so ये complete हो गया. Our next shortest is what, P4 that requires 9, so I think that is 25, so this is also completed, and the last one is what, okay, P2, correct. So P2 requires what, 13, correct. So 13 means okay, so that is 38. So let us take the completion time and turnaround time, correct. So if you take the completion times, so P1 completion time is what, 16, and P2 completion time 38, and P3 completion time is what, 8, and P4 is what, 25. So just check it out, completion times 16, 38, 8 and 25, and you also got the same, you find out the turnaround time, completion time minus arrival time. So this is 16, this is 37, and this is 6, and this is okay 25 minus 8, so I think that is 17. So is asking average turnaround time, so you find out, so that is 16 plus 37 plus 6 plus 17, so divided by 4, okay, number of processes 4. So if you observe average, so I think that answer is 19, okay. You can just check the data is correct, okay, very good. So okay, Priyanka Singh and okay, yeah, everybody is saying 19, okay. So if the data is correct and 19 is the right answer, okay, 19 is the right answer. And some students okay saying that okay, their question from paging is also there, but we don't have actual data. Somebody said it's a multi-level paging, so we don't have the actual data. If you have actual data, so please send a question to us, okay. So that's all, that's it from operating system and programming and data structure. So hope you written the exam properly, right? So don't take any tension, just be relaxed and remember, continue your preparation. Don't stop your preparation, continue your preparation, because there are so many other exams in the pipeline. Okay, remember IIIT Hyderabad is there, right, and BITS Pilani is there, and ISI Kolkata is there, and even so many, even IIIT Delhi is also there, right. So there are so many other exams, TIFR is there, so right, and even any PSU comes, so you continue your preparation, don't stop your preparation. Maybe today you relax and take rest for 1-2 days and continue your preparation, and you try to give all the other exams also, right. So any assistance required, any guidance required, so please message us or mail us and reach us. Okay, so thank you so much and all the best for everyone. Take care.
दुकान
Yeah, so
बहुत दूर
good
जाना
day.
है भाई 40 किलोमीटर.
Here are some questions which are given by the different students, the approximate questions or random questions accordingly. Let us try to solve the questions of the computer networks. And you can observe most of the batches, both online and offline, I used to cover this question actually. Like normally when you are applying the routing algorithms, okay, like the whole internet will be divided into autonomous systems, and if you apply either distance vector routing or a link state routing, so both the routing algorithms you can apply only in a single autonomic systems where the number of routers are limited, that you know very well. But basic idea is in the distance vector router, every router will be depending on the neighbors, and if you go for a link state, it depends on the global information of all the links in the same autonomous system. But both the algorithms for finding the shortest path, they have to internally implement one more algorithm. So there at that time I used to tell, like the distance vector routing, for finding the shortest path, it has to go for the Bell-Montfort algorithm. And same in the case of this link state routing algorithm, which is a intra-domain routing algorithm, for finding the shortest path between the routers within the same autonomous systems, it is going to use Dijkstra's algorithm. So here the basic idea in those classroom classes, either in offline or online, why specifically you have to remember, I have covered and directly it is given. You can see, so here the two answers which they ask in the MSQ. So you can observe that link state for finding the shortest path, it is using the Dijkstra's algorithm. So the questions are okay, direct questions they have given, the easy questions, and some moderate questions are also there in the afternoon paper, especially the computer networks. And here one option, that is link state, will use a Dijkstra's algorithm for finding the shortest path. And you can see this option A is wrong as per the given data. And the distance vector router, so here they are representing as DVR for finding the shortest path between the routers. It is using what? The Bell-Montfort algorithm, you can say. Okay, so the distance vector routing for finding the shortest path, it is using what? Bellman-Ford algorithm. So at that time, sir, anyway both are finding the shortest path, can we reverse? They used to ask that question in the classroom, but I told you why it is no. So here one more time the same question it is repeated. Okay, so both the B and the C are correct and A and D are wrong. Okay, so this question they have taken from the network layer. Okay, fine. Yeah, so this question basically the target is regarding what? Fragmentation concept. So now if you as per the given data, the information MTU they have mentioned as 1500 bytes. Okay, sometimes they can also be given as the MAC layer payload also, you can say MAC layer payload also they can give. It is just a word just to confuse you. So this MAC layer payload is also you can take it as the 1500 bytes. So it indicates that excluding the data link layer header it is mentioning. So it contains the IP header but not a MAC layer. So anyway for the fragmentation involvement you don't require to have the MAC layer header. So the basic idea is what? This 1500 I can write the IP header as 20 bytes and remaining the payload value as what? 1418, because when options and padding are not there the basic IP header will be 20 bytes. Okay. So when you do the fragmentation, so you can observe that the payload value it is mentioned as 7488. It is a UDP payload if they have mentioned. The basic idea is when you do the fragmentation, the TCP header as well as the UDP header which is available at the transport layer, it has also become the payload to the network layer, because at the network layer you just add the IP header which is 20 bytes. So that you have to observe. So when you do the fragmentation, you can observe this 1480 is exactly multiple of 8. So when you are doing the fragmentation, you will get 5 fragments each of 1480, but especially for the 6th fragment, you will get the less number of bytes left over. So here the answer will be 6 fragments, where 5 fragments each value will be 1480, and especially the 6th fragment the leftover bytes where this 20 IP header will be shared to all the fragments and the leftover 88 bytes will be added. So this gives a clear idea. So totally 6 fragments are provided, and especially for the last fragment the payload value is 88, and if you want to include the IP header you can also add this 20 and you can tell the answer. Okay, got it? Fine. And next question, this question is regarding what? Fragmentation they have asked. Yeah, so now this question is a very we can say the beautiful question, because the logical reason why I am telling that it is a very good question. See, basically for a stop and wait ARQ, when you talk about efficiency or the link utilization, see here the question is link utilization of stop and wait ARQ. ARQ means what? Automatic repeat request, and in the total time, that is TT plus 2 into PT. Here why this 2 into PT? Because the only way you understand that your data is safely is accepted by the receiver with the help of acknowledgement. So on the other side PT is also considered. So out of this total time, that is TT plus 2 into PT, how much time effectively utilized by a sender when it is transmitting the data? It will be what? TT. And if they are asking in the percentage, so you have to just multiply by the 100. So here why it is a so important query? as per this particular problem, if you observe, once you calculate the transmission time data size upon the given bandwidth, so the data size, it is mentioned in the problem as 3000 bits divided by the given bandwidth is 2000 okay, bits per second, and if you do the calculations, it is 3 by 2, the time is in seconds. This is the transmission time. And you can observe that the given propagation time in the problem, it is 100 milliseconds. So 100 into milli means what? 100 into 10 power minus 3 seconds. And if you substitute all these parameters in the particular formula, which is the percentage of link utilization. So the TT whatever you calculated, it is 3 by 2 whole divided by 3 by 2 is the transmission time, plus 2 into the propagation time is it is something like 100 into 10 power minus 3 into 100 percentage, you can say. And if you further substitute all these values, so you can observe that it is 3. I want to cancel the denominators 2 and 2, so plus it is 3 plus it is 0.4. Totally I want to consider in the seconds into okay 100 percentage. So this is nothing but 3 by 3.04 into okay 100 percentage. So do the calculations. So you will get around the value. Okay, this is 88.23 percentage. So this is the final answer. But after solving this problem, the basic idea is what you have learned in all the previous the discussions, whatever you have learned in any both online or in offline. So basically the stop and wait ARQ, normally we say utilization will be less. So that is the reason you go back and ARQ, because in the stop and wait ARQ, in the entire trip time you are only going to send only one frame, and that's what here you send only one frame. But if you observe, this is astonishing problem where you got 88.23 percentage, you got a somewhat very large value. So what is the logical reason, and that's what why I say it's a beautiful logical problem. Here the basic idea why you got such a large value, you can observe that TT is a very dominating factor compared to its entire value. TT is in the seconds and in the PT is in the millisecond. That is the logical reason. And if you say I will, as per this problem, no need to go for a go back and ARQ, because TT is a very dominating value. That's why you got such a large value. Okay, so this is the answer for this particular problem. Yeah, and if you, this is the problem, basically they ask regarding the flow control policies which you are going to apply locally at the data link layer and also globally by the TCP protocol at the transport layer end to end. So if you go for the next question in this afternoon session, so this is one beautiful question, one more logical question without any the mathematical things they have directly asked. This concept, this problem is regarding the ICMP protocol, because this IP, you know, it is a connectionless unreliable protocol where routers are forwarding the packets to next hop only. By that chance, by that in the process, the packets can be dropped actually in the network. So to have a backup mechanism, this ICMP protocol is going to help. But the basic idea is this IP protocol header, if you observe especially in the third row after TTL value, there is a field called protocol field. See, this protocol field will tell you that above network layer, the transport layer, you are using TCP or UDP or a OSPF protocol or IGMP protocol, like that. So this protocol field will tell you about what type of packet it is. For example, when you are sending a ICMP packet, because the packet is dropped, the protocol field value will be 1. So for every specific value, the protocol field number will be there. So this is one specific question they have given. So you can observe this IGMP protocol, okay, as well as this ICMP protocol and this OSA protocol will use the protocol field value. The purpose of protocol field will tell regarding the okay, the management technique of regarding the IP packet whatever you transmit. Now, so why here this RIP will not use, means this RIP will stands for the routing information protocol for routing the data packets in a single autonomous system, where internally it is going to use the distance vector routing. So, why this RIP will not use this particular protocol field number when you are applying in the autonomous system? See, basically this is a routing protocol, but it depends on the UDP protocol at the transport layer actually. So, this UDP already have the protocol field number. So, that is why already this UDP is going to have, like TCP is 5 and UDP is 16, and for ICMP it is 1. So, that is the reason this RIP again internally will not, RIP again it will not use, because already this UDP is using. So, here the basically the answer is what? C, that is the RIP is the answer, routing information protocol. Sir, what is this ICMP protocol? If you ask me, it is the internet group management protocol, where if you want to send to a group of routers, then you can go for this ICMP. When the packets are dropped, if you want to inform back to the source at the network layer, you can go for ICMP. This OSPF open short path forwarding is a routing protocol within the autonomous system, where internally it is going to use a link state routing algorithm for routing the data packets. So, this ICMP, ICMP and OSPF, they are all going to use this protocol field value, but not this RIP. Okay, understand? So, these all are the standard the questions which we have discussed both the sessions. So, I hope everybody has solved. Okay, the next following teacher is going to continue the session. Okay, hope everybody has done greatly. Thank you for the session.
Good evening, everybody. Hi, good evening, everybody. This paper, shift 2, afternoon shift, as compared to morning one, is slightly on the tedious side, it's on the lengthy side, and it's on the slightly a notch higher than the morning shift. So, let's see. First question, we have a question from language as such. Bird resides in nest. Bee will reside in a beehive. Beehive, छत्ता, ठीक है. कैनल में रहता है डॉग, जो डॉग का होम होता है, डेट इज नोन एज कैनल. हैमॉक, गोवा में या जो सी साइड जो झूला होता है, झूला टाइप का बेड, इन विच वन कैन स्विंग एंड इंजॉय. सो हैमॉक इज डैट. Lair is residence for wild animal. Wherever wild animal they resides, right? Ferocious wild animals. So hive, bee resides in beehive. Birds reside in nest. Bee resides in beehive. Kennel is for dog, dog ka home. Hammock is for झूला, द गोवा में जो वो नेट का यूजुअली झूला सा होता है, अ कंफर्टेबल प्लेस टू लाई डाउन एंड टू हैव अ रेस्ट. Lair is for wild ferocious animal wherever they resides is now. I hope no further need for explanation of this question will reside. It is self explanatory. ऐसा क्वेश्चन वर्कबुक में भी दिया है, CPQ में भी दिया है. आपको टाइगर वाला क्वेश्चन ध्यान होगा, एग्जैक्टली इट इज बेस्ड अपॉन द सेम थिंग, राइट. सो वी हैव ए इमेज. सो व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, I+1 will be equal to j. Image will be written as, I hope I need not to explain it, image will be written as f, h, b and j, right. So we have here I+1 j, m+1 n, a+1 b, g+1 h and e+1 f, right. Same thing filled. एक चीज ये ध्यान देनी थी आपको, इसका कोड जो है वो ये है. What I need to say is रेड वाले का कोड रेड वाला है एंड फील्ड इसका कोड ये नहीं है. उसमें भी कई लोगों ने समय लगा दिया होगा. फील्ड का कोड इज पिंक वाले का कोड था पिंक वाला. सेम थिंग f+1, I+1 is j, e+1 is f, l+1 is m. A very popular question. Such questions have been predominant in CSAT as well as GATE as well as all other sort of aptitude exam. A predictable one. This is a predictable. बल्कि आप और ज़्यादा efficiently कर सकते थे. यहाँ से आप देखते फर्स्ट वाले में 1 ऐड होके लास्ट वाले में जा रहा है एंड सो ऑन. तो इसके बाद आपको ये बीच वाला देखने की कोई भी जरूरत नहीं थी. डायरेक्टली आप यहाँ पे आ जाते बीच पे. सो h+1 I, the answer have to begin with I. Obviously two options and c+1 d. So id जहाँ पे आ रहा है you could have directly marked the answer. id was in first option on B option only. So I hope this question is not to be missed. Galvanized steel is saying, ये तो क्लास में बताया था, ठीक है. ऐसे मेरे बताने की बात नहीं है, सभी बुक्स में होता है. मैंने कुछ आपको यूनिक सा नहीं बताया. इट्स present in each and every book. We have couple of these type of examples in workbook, CPQ and everywhere else. A very popular question, right? Nothing special about it. Now we know that E ka value is 2.71282 roughly we can say it is 2.7. ये भी क्वेश्चन एम्बिगुअस है क्योंकि इसके ऑप्शन मुझे सही ढंग से मिले नहीं है. जो पार्शियल क्वेश्चन मेरे पे आया उसके बेस पे आई एम टेलिंग यू द आंसर. दीज आर ऑल मेमोरी बेस्ड. देखेंगे हम यहाँ पे p e⁻x. अब देखिए e क्या है. e इज अ कांस्टेंट, e इज अ न्यूमेरिकल कांस्टेंट. वैल्यू इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 2.7. e का वैल्यू जो है 2.7 है. तो यदि हम x इज अ पॉजिटिव रियल नंबर, x इज अ पॉजिटिव रियल नंबर, x इज अ पॉजिटिव रियल नंबर, x यदि पॉजिटिव है तो देखिए p इंटू e⁻x इज इक्वल टू q इंटू e⁻x. व्हाट आई मीन टू से, इसका कोई भी वैल्यू होगा p का पावर 2.7, p इंटू 2.7 का पावर x इज इक्वल टू q इंटू 2.7 का पावर माइनस x. हाउ कम इट इज पॉसिबल अंटिल अनलेस p एंड q बोथ आर 0. वैसे भी करके बता देता हूं मैं आपको, राइट. अगर हम p बाई q निकालना चाहें, इस ऑप्शन में आपको डाउट हो सकता है p बाई q. सो यदि मैं p बाई q निकालना चाहूं, इट विल कम आउट टू बी e पावर p by q. If I try to calculate, it will come out to be e power minus x, e power minus x divided by e power minus x divided by e power x, which is equal to e power minus 2x, which is equal to 1 upon e to the power 2x. So p by q का वैल्यू आ रहा है 1 upon e to the power 2x. वो कभी भी जीरो नहीं हो सकता because it is 1.2 about 2.7 का power 2x and x is positive. How can it be equal to 0? It will never be equal to 0. It will never be equal to 0. It is wrong. They cannot be equal for 1 and 1. अरे दोनों को 1 रख दोगे, 2.7 का पावर x 2.7 के पावर माइनस x के बराबर कैसे हो सकता है? नहीं हो सकता. 1 और माइनस 1 पे भी नहीं हो सकता. साइन चेंज हो जाएगा, साइन चेंज हो जाएगा, प्लस माइनस हो जाएगा. कब होगा ये? when p and q both are 0. व्हेन पी एंड क्यू बोथ आर जीरो, व्हेन पी एंड क्यू बोथ आर जीरो। अब इसमें ऑप्शन में बहुत एम्बिग्यूटी है, क्वेश्चन वॉज ऑप्शन से ही इसको चेक करके कर सकते थे। मैं आपको फिर से समझा देता हूं, P इंटू ई टू द पावर एक्स इज इक्वल टू क्यू इंटू ई टू द पावर एक्स, P इंटू ई टू द पावर एक्स इज इक्वल टू क्यू इंटू, इसका मतलब हो जाएगा P बाई क्यू इज इक्वल टू 1 बाई ई टू द पावर ई टू द पावर माइनस 2x, तो नीचे आ जाए ये वैल्यू आती है। अब ये वैल्यू जीरो हो नहीं सकती, ये दोनों वैल्यू P इक्वल टू क्यू इक्वल टू 1 पे ई टू दी पावर एक्स, यदि मैं P इक्वल टू 1 क्यू इक्वल टू 1 रखूं, यदि मैं P इक्वल टू 1 क्यू इक्वल टू 1 रखूं, ये दोनों बराबर हो नहीं सकते। हाउ कैन ई टू दी पावर एक्स इज सेम एज ई टू दी पावर माइनस एक्स, दिस इज रॉन्ग, दिस इज रॉन्ग। एंड P इज इक्वल टू 1, Q इज इक्वल टू माइनस 1, एक वैल्यू पॉजिटिव आ जाएगी, एक वैल्यू नेगेटिव आ जाएगी, दिस इज ऑल्सो अनट्रू। सो वी हैव हियर इफ x इज नोन, P इंटू समथिंग नोन क्वांटिटी, 2.7 का पावर नोन हो, 2.7 का पावर माइनस नोन वैल्यू है, ये दोनों कैसे बराबर हो सकते हैं? एक जगह पे पावर पॉजिटिव, एक जगह पे पावर नेगेटिव। इट कैन बी ओनली इक्वल व्हेन P एंड Q बोथ आर साइमल्टेनियसली इक्वल टू 0, दैट्स इट, राइट, अकॉर्डिंग टू दीज ऑप्शंस। नाउ ये बहुत ही सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल था। आई होप इट इज नॉट मेंशन्ड बाय द क्वेश्चन दैट नंबर प्राइम नंबर ग्रेटर देन 2, वहां पे मेंशन नहीं था। मैं अज्यूम कर रहा हूं कि वहां पे प्राइम नंबर ग्रेटर देन 2 मेंशन नहीं था। मैं आपको बता देता हूं, प्राइम नंबर बिगिंस फ्रॉम 2, 2, 3, 5, ऑल ऑफ दीज आर, 1 इज नीदर प्राइम नॉर कंपोजिट, 1 इज नीदर, ये बहुत अच्छे ढंग से आपको बताया जाता है। एंड रिमेनिंग ऑल अदर नंबर्स आर कंपोजिट नंबर, 4, 6, 8, 9, ऑल ऑफ देम आर कंपोजिट नंबर। प्राइम नंबर के दो ही फैक्टर होते हैं, 1 इन द नंबर इटसेल्फ। कंपोजिट के मोर देन 2 होते हैं, 1 इज नीदर प्राइम नॉर कंपोजिट। 2 इज द स्मॉलेस्ट प्राइम नंबर, 2 इज द ओनली इवन प्राइम नंबर, 2 is the only even prime number and 2 is the smallest prime number as well. अब ये बोल रहा है P1 plus P2 is not a prime number। कोई भी एग्जांपल ले लो, 2 और 3, 2 और 3 5 आ गया, जो कि प्राइम हो सकता है, जो कि प्राइम हो सकता है। तो पहला वाला हमारा गलत हो गया, पहले वाला हमारा गलत हो गया, फर्स्ट वन इज रॉन्ग। P1 plus P2 minus 1 इज अ प्राइम नंबर। P1 मैंने P1 को लिया 2, P2 को लिया 3, 2 plus 3 5 minus 1 4, इट्स अ कंपोजिट नंबर। यहां बोल रहा है प्राइम नंबर, ये भी गलत हो गया। पहला वाला बोल रहा है नॉट अ प्राइम, वो आ गया प्राइम, तो गलत हो गया। दूसरा वाला बोल रहा है P1 plus P2 minus 1 इज अ प्राइम नंबर, हमने कंपोजिट निकाल दिया। एक भी वैल्यू के लिए फॉल्स है तो फॉल्स है, राइट। P1 इंटू P2, भैया दो नंबर का प्रोडक्ट हो रहा है, इट हैव टू बी कंपोजिट इफ इट इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ 2 प्राइम नंबर। 2 into 3 6, or anything, 3 into 5 15, it will have more than 2 factors, it will have more than 2 factor। इसके कितने फैक्टर आ गए? 10 के 4 फैक्टर आ गए, 15 के कितने फैक्टर आ गए? 4 फैक्टर आ गए, इट्स अ कंपोजिट नंबर, राइट। और यहां पे कोई भी वैल्यू ले लो, 2 into 3 5 plus 1 7 is not a prime number, no, it can come out to be a prime number। So according to ABCD options, all of them are coming out to be false। इसके नीचे या ये क्वेश्चन कुछ और है या इसके नीचे कुछ स्टेटमेंट थे, अभी जो हमें देखने से मिल रहा है इनमें से none of them are coming out to be true, क्योंकि मैंने सभी को प्रूफ कर दिया कुछ ना कुछ वैल्यू लेके that the first one is false। P1 plus P2 प्राइम आ गया, फॉल्स हो गया पहला। P1 plus P2 minus 1 वो मैंने कंपोजिट निकाल दिया, इसलिए वो भी फॉल्स हो गया। मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ 2 प्राइम नंबर, वो तो कंपोजिट होना ही होना है। P1 इंटू P2 प्लस 1, कुछ भी ले लीजिए, 2 इंटू 5 प्लस 1 11, विच इज अगेन प्राइम। ये बोल रहा था शुड नॉट कम आउट टू बी अ प्राइम। सो इस ढंग से जो हमें दिया हुआ है, ईदर देयर वाज सम अदर ऑप्शन और ईदर समथिंग is not there in the question, right? So क्या इसमें करेक्शन था? एक बार जरा मुझे बता दीजिए। P1 into P2 is not a prime number, P1 into P2 is not a prime number। मैं तो बोल ही रहा हूं कंपोजिट है, मैं तो बोल ही रहा हूं कंपोजिट है, मैं तो बोल ही रहा हूं कंपोजिट है, नॉट अ प्राइम नंबर, मैं तो बोल ही रहा हूं वो तो कंपोजिट नंबर है। P1 इंटू P2, 10 इज अ कंपोजिट नंबर, 15 इज अ कंपोजिट नंबर। तो इसमें क्या करेक्शन था वो लोग आप देख लीजिए, मैंने वैल्यू लेके पूरा क्वेश्चन आपको एक्सप्लेन कर दिया है, राइट। कैसे क्वेश्चन को करना था, आई हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन इट। चलिए, ये बहुत ही सिंपल क्वेश्चन था, काफी सारे इससे बढ़िया बढ़िया लॉजिक के क्वेश्चन हमारे वर्कबुक में, सीपीक्यू में। कई बार डिफरेंस जो होता है, डिफरेंस पहली चीज होती है हमेशा चेक करने की, द फर्स्ट आइडिया शुड बी चेकिंग द डिफरेंस। सो इफ वी चेक हियर द डिफरेंस, डिफरेंस इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 1, डिफरेंस इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 9। जैसे ही आपने 1 और 9 देखा तो क्या होना चाहिए था, मन से आवाज आनी चाहिए थी, काम बनता नजर आता है। इट seems that we are getting down to the solution. This is 1 square, this is 3 square. अब यहां पे फर्स्ट थॉट आएगा 1 3 स्क्वायर। अगला थॉट, या ये ऑड नंबर हो सकते हैं, प्राइम तो हो नहीं सकते क्योंकि 1 इज नॉट प्राइम। कई बार प्राइम नंबर के स्क्वायर पे भी बड़े अच्छे क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं जो आगे आने वाले ब्रांचेस हैं, उनके लिए बता सकता हूं। टेक्स्ट बुक में कई सारे क्वेश्चन दिए जहां पे ऑड नंबर का स्क्वायर नहीं है, प्राइम नंबर का स्क्वायर है। यहां क्यों नहीं काम कर रहा है, बिकॉज 1 इज नॉट प्राइम, 1 इज नीदर प्राइम नॉर कंपोजिट। अगर 1 आ गया है, 1 का स्क्वायर 3 स्क्वायर, अगला 5 स्क्वायर ट्राई करते हैं, ऑड नंबर का स्क्वायर लेके यहां पे देख लेते हैं, 1 स्क्वायर 3 स्क्वायर 5 स्क्वायर। अगर यहां पे 5 स्क्वायर होगा डिफरेंस, 5 स्क्वायर इज 25, ऐड करेंगे, इट विल कम आउट टू बी, द मिसिंग नंबर विल कम आउट टू बी 40। देखते हैं, 1 स्क्वायर 3 स्क्वायर 5 स्क्वायर आ गया। अब अगला ऑड नंबर 7 स्क्वायर आता है नहीं, 49 ऐड कर लेते हैं। तो 40 के ऊपर 49 ऐड करा, 89 भी आ गया। 7 के बाद अगला प्राइम नंबर 9 स्क्वायर, 81 ऐड करा, सारी चीजें वर्कआउट हो गई। देख भी सकते थे कि यहां पे 1 स्क्वायर आ रहा है, 3 स्क्वायर आ रहा है, यहां पे 9 स्क्वायर आ रहा है, 7 स्क्वायर आ रहा है, तो बीच में 5 स्क्वायर और 7 स्क्वायर आना पड़ेगा क्योंकि 9 स्क्वायर और 11 स्क्वायर भी प्रेजेंट है। आई होप these questions are more and more on the manageable side, ठीक है। तो अब ये भी क्वेश्चन था, मुझे इसमें मिला विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट पॉसिबल। जैसे ही हम फोल्ड करते हैं तो हमने ऐसे फोल्ड करा इसे, ये क्या था, ट्रायंगल, ब्लैंक वाला ट्रायंगल, यहां पे था डार्क वाला सर्किल, यहां पे था ब्लैंक वाला सर्किल, यहां पे था खाली, और इधर था शेडेड वाला ट्रायंगल, इधर था डार्कन्ड ट्रायंगल। तो एक चीज तो श्योर होगी, और यहां पे क्या था, ये सारे डायग्राम हमें मिल नहीं पाए। अब देखिए, ट्रायंगल के बाजू में डॉट हो सकता है, ट्रायंगल के बाजू में डॉट हो सकता है, ट्रायंगल के बाजू में डॉट हो सकता है, ट्रायंगल के बाजू में सर्किल भी हो सकता है। विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट पॉसिबल। द अगेन इट इज मेमोरी बेस्ड, आई कैन नॉट से एनीथिंग अबाउट इट, नीदर अबाउट द ऑप्शन नॉर अबाउट द क्वेश्चन। बट ट्रायंगल, ये वॉल बन गई, ये देखो ट्रायंगल, यहां पे हमने हिंजेस करे फिक्स, यहां पे हमने हिंजेस करे फिक्स, इसे फोल्ड करा, ये वॉल मेरा डॉट है, ट्रायंगल के बाजू वाला ये वॉल मेरा सर्कल है, ये वॉल मेरा यहां पे ब्लैंक है, और ट्रायंगल से ऊपर, ट्रायंगल के जस्ट अपोजिट ये वॉल है, और ये सीलिंग हो गई। डार्क वाला येलो वाला ट्रायंगल ब्लैंक वाले ट्रायंगल के अपोजिट है, येलो वाला ट्रायंगल ब्लैंक वाले ट्रायंगल के अपोजिट है। यदि वो अपोजिट है तो वो एडजेसेंट तो हो ही नहीं सकता, यदि वो अपोजिट है तो वो एडजेसेंट हो ही नहीं सकता। विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट पॉसिबल, क्योंकि वो अपोजिट है, ठीक है। अब जो भी क्वेश्चन आया है, आई एम नॉट अवेयर ऑफ व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट, इट्स ऑल फ्रॉम द मेमोरी बेस, बट इनको करने का जो तरीका है, मेथड आपको आया होगा समझ में, है ना। मेथड यही होता है, ये देखना होता है किसके अपोजिट क्या है। ये कुछ क्वेश्चंस का यहां पे भी नहीं है गिवन। देखो, हम वही बता पाएंगे आपको जो भी हमारा मेमोरी बेस्ड होगा, जो भी बच्चों ने इनकम्प्लीट से क्वेश्चन भेजे, दिस एंड दिस इज नॉट नोन। नाउ दीज आर ऑल व्हाट आई हैव गॉट। दिस इज अ वेरी सिली क्वेश्चन बिकॉज द फिगर इज नॉट कंप्लीट, स्टिल इट्स इनकम्प्लीटेड। ये मैंने आपको वेरी सिंपल वन, आई होप नोबडी शुड हैव मिस्ड दिस इनसाइड द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल, मेनी सच क्वेश्चंस यू हैव डन। This question is still the options we are unsure about, but it have to be done in this way. Do remember, 1 is neither prime nor composite, and 2 is the smallest prime number, 2 is the only even prime number. Those who are going to write it on the, ये question हो गया होगा clear. The two values will be equal when P and Q are simultaneously equal to 0 according to limited option. Here very simple replication of this, and we have got one English question. That's it. So rise higher and shine brighter, right? ये जो भी बच्चों ने भेजा है उसी के बेस पे हमने ये बताया है. Morning shift में the questions were bit more on the easier side, and students have sent the question correctly, right? Much more in a better way in this, and in this lot of questions options are missing, somewhere values are missing, somewhere diagram is missing. So until unless we get the complete paper, then only we'll be able to comment on it, and once let the gate release the your responses, and then possibly, or you can write to me and we can answer the question. चलिए ठीक है, all the best, rise higher, shine brighter. Thank you so much.
Dear friends, in the afternoon session from the digital logic subject, from the students we received 3 questions. It seems one question is missing. Most probably that question was from floating point number system. So what are the questions we received from the students? I am going to give the solutions for those questions, and of course it is, these questions are the memory based questions which are shared by the students. The first question, let me talk this K-map question. So here it is mentioned a function f of w x y z, a 4 variable Boolean function which is given in the K-map, which of the following option is or correct expression for Boolean function f of w x y z. So this question is basically MSQ question. So using the knowledge of the K-map, we need to look here the simplification. If you are looking to the minimal SOP expression, then we are grouping the minterms. We are having one possible group of 4 cells which is giving, based on this we know here the wx variables are 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0, and column headings are yz, they are 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. So this product we are reading as xz, and we are having other 4 cell group which is covering the remaining 4 minterms. So we are having the group of these as the product x complement z complement, so that SOP expression we are reading for this function as x complement Z complement or with XZ. So it is one of the options which is available here. So option A is the correct answer. And we are looking here few options with the POS notation. So let me see, because the MSQ question, whether we are having the possibility of the POS expression here. So we are looking here the group of these 4 cells, which is giving the expression. If you look well, we are X is 1, so X complementary, and of course W changing, it won't present. And if you come to the Z, Z is 0, so that it is uncomplementary form. So one sum term we are having as X bar or Z, and we are reading other sum term, the group of these 4 cells. So which is giving, if you look well, we are having here the value of X is 0, so that X uncomplementary form, the value of Z is 1, so Z is complementary form. So other expression we are having in the POS form, of course it is X bar or Z and with X or Z bar. So we are looking here, this option D is matching. So answer to this question, for this multi-select question, we are having answer as this option A and option D. So one expression we are having in the SOP form, other expression we are looking in the POS form for the function which is given in the K-map, Let us move to the next question. This next question is again from the Boolean algebra, of course using logic gates. Very simple question we are having. This type of question, many questions we covered in the class, and this type of questions are there even in the workbook, CPQ, and we covered of course in the GTQ also. So if you look here, we are having, this is the NAND gate, the NAND gate inputs are X and Y, hence this NAND gate output is X, Y complement, and we are having the input of this NOT gate is Y, so that NOT gate output is Y complement, and we are having one input of this AND gate is X, other input is, one input is X complement, other input is Y, so that X complement Y. So X complement Y. So these 3 terms are the inputs to this OR gate. So OR gate output, if you read, OR gate output we are reading as, it is output what he mentioned. So OR gate output, if you look here, one term is XY complement, next term is Y complement, third term is X complement Y. The first term, by using De Morgan's property, if you evaluate, then it is X complement or Y complement or Y complement X complement Y. So अगर first term last term को group किए तो we are looking only this X complement, and among these two it is to be only Y bar. While grouping these two, this we are reading as XY complement. It is basically the NAND operation. If you look, the matching answer we are having as option C. Matching answer is option C. So answer we are looking to this question is option C. Right? Hopefully everybody did this question. Very simple question. Just by using few basic logic gates and of course a NAND gate, we are having this very simple question. Coming to this, it is little bit difficult question, not very so difficult, but little bit. We are having here a question as in a 4-bit ripple counter, time period of the waveform, from the last flip-flop is 64 microseconds. So from the last flip-flop, what is the waveform we are having? Oh, waveform ka time period is 64 microseconds. Then the question is the clock frequency of the ripple counter in kilohertz. So what is the clock frequency we are having for this 4-bit ripple counter whenever we are reading the time period of the last flip-flop as 64 microseconds? What is the clock frequency? It is a question. So for this you need to know the knowledge of the ripple counter. In the ripple counter, basically we are having the usage of T flip-flops. Even if at all we are having the JK flip-flops, JK flip-flops will be used in the T mode. The external clock will be always applied to the LSB flip-flop. LSB flip-flop, let us name as flip-flop 0. Assuming the flip-flops are negatively triggered, this flip-flop output Q0 is the clock to the flip-flop 1. The flip-flop 1 output Q1 is the clock of the flip-flop 2. The flip-flop 2 output Q2 is the clock of flip-flop 3. So, flip-flop 3 output is Q3, and all these flip-flops, let us assume they are the T flip-flops, so that to use as a ripple counter, the T inputs must be 1. To use as a ripple counter, the T input must be 1. So, having the knowledge of this, we are having possibility to speak the answer to this question. The frequency of the last flip-flop will be always MSB flip-flop. It is frequency, let us assume as FQ3, and let us consider the clock. What is the clock we are applying to this ripple counter? The clock is having the clock frequency, let us consider as FC. Let us consider as FC. I think it is visible now. It is FC, right? So, it is the basic thing on this ripple counter is LSB flip-flop output is the clock frequency by 2, and flip-flop 1 frequency will be clock frequency by 4. This flip-flop output will be clock frequency by 8, and in this question flip-flop 3 is MSB flip-flop. MSB flip-flop का आउटपुट है क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी बाय 16. So basically we are having here the usage of 4 flip-flops, right? So the MSB flip-flop output is FQ3. It is nothing but clock frequency by 2 to the power of 4. Having the usage of 4 flip-flops, it is clock frequency by 2 to the power of 4. Hence, we are reading basically here it is a clock frequency by 16, right? The given data what we are having here is, जो data question में दिया, the data which is available in the question is the last flip-flop, what is the waveform it is generating, that flip-flop का time period is 64 microseconds. So the last flip-flop का waveform का time period is 64 microseconds. So having this knowledge, we are looking now this question. So 1 upon time period of the last flip-flop is equal to 1 upon clock time period into 16. So this is giving clock frequency as equal to TQ3 by 16, where TQ3 the last flip-flop का output waveform का time period, the time period is 64 microseconds. It is the given data. In the question. So 64 microseconds divided by 16, which is giving 4 microseconds. So what is the clock we are applying for the operation of this ripple counter? the clock time period is 4 microseconds. 4 microseconds. So the frequency of the clock, if you look, it will be 1 upon 4 microseconds. He is asking the answer in terms of the kilohertz. So we can read this as 1000 by 4 into 10 to the power of 3, which is giving 250 kilohertz. So based on this description, the answer to this question we are having as 250. Answer is 250. Right. So most probably this question came with a weightage of 2 marks. Right. So answer we are having for this question is 250 kilohertz. Right. So among these 3 questions, this question is in need of little calculation work. For this question, you need to know the knowledge of the ripple counter. So in the ripple counter, leftmost will be LSB. What is the clock we are applying? The clock will go always to the LSB flip flop. Or another way, the external clock is coming to which flip flop? The flip flop is always LSB. And if you look in the series, the last flip flop will be MSB. So having the knowledge of this, the first LSB flip flop output, clock frequency by 2 and so on, having the knowledge of this, the MSB flip flop output will be in this case clock frequency by 2 to the power of 4, that is the clock frequency by 16. Having this knowledge with the substitution with the given data, we are having the answer to this question, right? And the previous question, of course, it is basic question by using logic gates, not difficult question. And other question what we are having, it is from the K-map. So this type of questions, of course, we covered in the class, we covered in the CPQ, we covered this type of questions. Are many questions are there in the workbook also. So what are the questions we received from the students for all the subjects? Possible extent with accurate, we tried what we received from the students, we tried to give the solutions for all the subjects. So hopefully everybody did well in the exam. So good luck, wish you all the best. We are stopping this session now. Bye, good luck. Thank you.